Not this boy in a love triangle when he's still just trying to find his nut. This is crazy. Hey guys, it's your girl Ayesha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another episode of Dandadan. We're now into episode 8, which is called I Got This Funny Feeling. So this could mean a lot of things, honestly, with this show, and I've learned now not to have expectations because this show definitely blows them out of the water. But in the last episode, we see that we wrapped up the situation with the new character, Era, along with the monster with the long hair. But to make a long story short, it turned out that acrobatic Silky was just a broken-hearted mom who was looking for a place to put all of her protective energy. But either way, the good news is that our boy Okuru now has one of his balls back. Sorry, no way to say that with a straight face. And now the hunt is on for the second one. And I guess they're going to have to figure out what to do with Ira now, because I have a sneaking suspicion she's not going to let this whole thing go now that she knows there's a whole other world and that these two have been a part of it. And also, as a side note, we see that Okurun has realized he's got maybe a little bit of a crush on our girl Momo. So we'll see how they navigate this, since they both recognize that there's a crush, but neither of them does well with handling it. So I'm ready to get into this episode and the fun it'll bring. So let's do that. But just before I do, a reminder that if you'd like to be in the know of when I drop these episodes, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now. Ooh, noodles? Sounds like ramen. Little ramen ASMR. Wait, why is the cat eating? Who's feeding up Turbo Granny? Oh no. I mean, life has been fortuitous to you, sir, despite the fact that you're missing some parts. She deserved it. She was being a jerk. Period. Wow. He's like, I was having a good time not talking about this. Oh, really? She's like, thank you. Right? She's like, now you're never getting rid of her, girl. Guys, Grandma loves her. Is there some way to send her to another planet? Ooh. Right? Like, let's put some sense onto it, right? Like, why wouldn't she just kill you if she was a demon? Like, she wouldn't have any conscience. Okay. Oh, God. Right? Like, what? So you threatened my granddaughter and run away, but thanked me for the ramen? Right? I'm sorry, you know the grandma is not gonna let that go. Glad you know. Right? Like, that's kind of the right thing to do if you're a human. Okay. I'm Turbo Granny. I'm just gonna keep eating. Oh, God. Not this boy collecting women like Pokemon. I can't, but you know what? Okurun is not that bad looking. He's actually cute. So, Momo better make her move if she gonna make it. Quick. Oh, I love the song. Not her turning it into an actual game! What if she hits it out of who knows where? Granny's not weak, you know. Granny gonna hit it. Granny's gonna hit it. Oh, thank God she missed. Right? You better check quick. You sure? Yay! No, don't. let pride go, bro.
パソコン持ってないの？オカルトの掲示板とか見れない？
すいません、持ってないです。
Oh.
バイト
What's
増
going
や
on
して
with
さ。
Okarun's family, by the way?
すいません、綾瀬さん。
What's going on?
放課後はネットカフェ行かない？
すいません。放課後も
Oh, look who's super shy all of a sudden. Of course, Momo's gonna take this the wrong way.
怪しいんだよね。何それ？隠し事してるのバレバレっていうか。もしかして
Maybe it's just
女の
the
匂い
scent of a woman. Well,
限ってそんなことない。
oh, maybe you shouldn't be the last one to suspect, actually.
いや、まさか。
Couldn't it? You got a
ち
crush?
ょっと飲み物買ってくるわ。
Are you?
なんだろう。何か物騒
How far are you going for this juice, girl? Girl walked halfway across Japan.
あ
Okarun, you move fast, bro. I'm a little bit proud. What? You don't like him, right? All right, now we're gonna see how this actually happened. I'm proud of him. He does need to get his physical up because these powers that he's got.
やばい化け物が出てきて戦わなきゃならなくなるんだ。
Very true. Thank you for taking it seriously.
腹筋、背筋、それ
Aw,
からスクワ
look
ッ
at
ト。
him listening.
強くならなきゃ。もっと強く。
You do.
そうじゃなきゃ。綾瀬さん。
It's true. She's been saving your ass a few times now.
高倉くん、
I'm busy!
あなたが悪魔で私は人間でダメって分かってるのに。
悪魔ではないんです。
Right, like you're not paying attention.
高倉くん、そのままじっとして動かないで。そのまま目を閉じて。
Wow. Ma'am. Wow, we're a little too forward. Yes! How many hentais you been watching, ma'am?
なんで避けるの？おかしいよ、高倉くん。
He's weird? You just tried to assault him!
でしょ。
Thank you!
なんですか。
Exactly.
キスしなきゃいけないんでしょ。
Love?
本に書いてあったもん。
Uh,
告白イコールキス。
didn't I tell you she was reading that hentai? Ma'am, get out more, please.
お父さんの書斎にあったや
It was in Dad's study, was it? Daddy needs to get a girlfriend.
なんですか。
つ。変態ベロ。
言ってねえわ。やめてくださいよ。モテる人がこんなことしちゃダメですよ。
Thank you. Please help her save what dignity she's got left.
しないで。
そういう人のことを言うんですよ。
Exactly.
今のとこ全部間違ってますから。
Exactly.
行かれてんのか。
Thank you. Listen, ma'am, this is actually getting weird. Wow. Don't you dare. Ew. No. Damn, not this boy in a love triangle when he's still just trying to find his nut. This is crazy.
違います。これは。
くそ。だら
Why are you mad at him? Y'all aren't together?
綾瀬さん違います。
Why is he
これ全然違
crawling?
うんです。
Oh, no.
だくで、その腕のやつ何？プレ
これにはいろいろ訳がありまして。
イ。言い訳なんか聞きたくない。
Okay, Momo, come on.
もういいわ。
いや、でもこれには訳があって。
もういいって言ってんだろ。
Momo, this is not the first time you misunderstood him, but you know what? She's a teenager.
コンビを
Exactly.
面にあげた。
To the ground.
車庫のパンチスピードは時速80キロ。
Wait, what? Striking quickly with raptorial limbs. It breaks clams to eat during territorial battles against other mantis shrimp. Okay. It is when they also unleash punches. A mantis shrimp's punches are 80 kilometers per hour. So that was way too much for me to read in passing. I love how they're actually put real video footage in this. That is so cool. That's right. Said leave me alone. Momo, you okay, girl?
間違いない。
She's
シャコの霊に取りつか
The
れてる。
spirit of that's the conclusion we jump to, ladies.
知らないうちに強くなってたらかっこいいかなって。わざわざ嘘ま
Wait,
で
you
つい
think
て。
that's why she's mad? Okay, so that,
She
you know what? What am I saying? Of course that's why he thinks she's mad. What just happened? What just happened? Okay, now what fresh hell is this?
いない。この感じ、前にも体験したことがある。
Really? So we were watching the aquatic shrimp and then this happened. And the shrimp like broke her ruler, which is not normal. Although they said it was very strong.
オカルンとかどうなってんだろう。
That's the way they both think about each other first.
ああ、もうあいつのこと考えると腹立つし。
Well, maybe you should deal with your feelings then, sis. Wait, that darkness is moving.
何？
Yeah, that darkness is definitely moving. Maybe we should run away. Yeah, let's go the opposite direction, Momo. Haven't we been through enough recently? Whatever is approaching is taking so long. Dragon? Snake? Dinosaur snake. Velociraptor. Honey, don't move. Disturbing the water. Yeah, it knows exactly where you are. Wait, why is it glowing? What's going on? Why is this happening? Yeah, it already knows where you are. Run, Momo, please run. No, run. That is so cool, the way that they're showing how it's approaching with the ripples in the water. What? Oh, it made like a laser out of the water? What? I don't get it. Oh, well, if that's the real school, we're in trouble. Let's hope it's like the sumo wrestler and this is another dimension. Did you hit the deck there, Momo? Whew.
この状況何なの？綾瀬桃と一緒に私をはめようとしてない？
してるわけないでしょ。
Ma'am, you really need to get over yourself.
外が真っ黒になって辺り全部壁で
Okay,
閉じ
so I was
込めら
right
れた
about
こ
the
とが
different dimension.
その時はどうしたの？
Momo did everything.
宇宙人？ちょっと待って。宇宙人
Oh,
が
at least she's
いるの？
asking and not saying they don't.
じゃあなんで宇宙人は襲ってくるの？
To reproduce, apparently. But let's not talk about it. What in the Street Fighter is happening now? Well, I was going to say, why are you... Okay, reflexes. He switched.
ああ、やだよ。アイラちゃん、邪魔だからどっか行って。
That's right, get lost. I know I'm kind of... Oh, when did that happen? What just what? Oh, damn, they're getting revenge. Is this real? Huh? No, let her learn the hard way, the way she's standing around with this nonsense.
この虚空にはスピリチュアルの高いものしか入我々はあなたのバナナ
Enough with the bananas, no! I was hoping we'd never have to see that again. We just got his ball back, leave it alone. Rick, thank you!
あなたの能力が欲しいです
No thanks. That's a bad thing.
これはどんな状態のバナナですか
I mean, depends on what you want to call it. The syphilis. Wait, so that thing is with them? What happened to his clothes? Oh my god, what does everything come out of their crotch? Now you know what Momo went through. Right? Like, leave him alone. Is this the boxer? No, the boxer's with them. Okay.
私は選ばれた存在だったようですね。高倉様をお話しなさい。
Ira? I said there was going to be side effects to transferring the spiritual energy from acrobatic Silky into Ira, didn't I? And that's what we have. Now, she's like Okarun. The difference being, though, I don't think that Ira could ever get rid of hers because it's literally what kept her alive. That makes sense. That makes sense. How annoying. No, it is annoying because honestly, this means she actually can take Momo on. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like Momo is still stronger. And I mean, technically speaking, Momo could take that aura out of her again if she wanted to. But we all know she won't because, yeah, she didn't want Aira to die in the first place. So anyways, this was an interesting little episode. We're definitely going into another interesting arc with a new villain. I mean, I don't know if the dinosaur creature is the same as the alien. I'm feeling like a couple of things are going on here. That's what I'm getting. I think we're getting both an alien slash monster crossover going on. And again, I'm still not 100% clear as to whether or not the aliens and the monsters are somehow part, because remember when the sumo wrestler showed up, there was a conversation that Okurun and Momo had where they said that, you know, aliens and monsters seem to have the same type of spiritual signature, and that's why it seems like they're very similar, even though they're not. But yeah, that could be like maybe they work together. If that's the case, maybe the aliens look at the monsters or the spiritual monsters as something completely different. I don't know, but it seems interesting to me that the boxer doesn't seem to be affected by the aliens. The aliens didn't take any note of the boxer. I don't like, are they, what? Like it doesn't, because the first time we saw the aliens, there were no monsters in sight and they were having a real hard time with Turbo Granny. So I'm confused. I don't know if it's just that the aliens don't rate the spiritual creature or maybe they can't see it potentially, but they were able to see Turbo Granny. And no, that's because it was inside of Okurun. I've got questions, I guess is my point. I'm theorizing on the fly here. But anyway, point being, a very cute little episode to start out. And we're again going into a new arc with some new villainry here. And we see that, oh my goodness. Yeah, Momo and Aira still don't really like each other. Understandable because, well, let's face it, Aira is very conceited. She's a very conceited girl and she very much thinks the whole world revolves around her. I mean, listen, I'm going to give her some passes, A, because she's young, and B, because now knowing her backstory, she's probably putting a lot of this on as a way to deal with the fact that she does not have a very typical family. But anyway, we see that her and Momo are still clashing. And, you know, obviously she's going to be part of their world to some degree now because of everything that happened. But hilariously, Aira now has a crush on Okurun as well because she remembers that he did try to protect her several times despite his demon form. And Momo, as we already know, has a crush on Okurun. She's been having a crush on him. But anyhow, we see that the next day at school, like Okurun is just feeling some type of way because understandably, it's been Momo who's been carrying almost all of the battles they've had thus far. Truthfully, she's the one who's basically kept them alive or managed to keep Okurun in one piece or helped him through using his, you know, borrowed granny powers, you know, whatever it is. It's mostly been Okurun been Momo who's helped Okurun and helped the two of them to survive these things. So now you've got Okurun who's feeling some type of way about it because he likes Momo. Like before he didn't really like her like that, but you know, now he realizes he does have a crush and now he kind of cares if she, you know, if she perceives him as someone who can protect her or not. And so anyway, and also, I mean, hilariously, he's looking across, there's Aira, and remember, he doesn't know that Aira was making fun of him until Momo brought it up, right? So that's a pretty girl, one of the prettiest girls in school. She's sitting there across from him. So as I said, it's kind of hilarious that at that point, the guy with one nut is like, and again, nothing wrong with only having one. I'm just saying it's very funny that in his mind, he thinks something is not right with him only having the one. And yet he's got two of the most prettiest girls in school, almost literally fighting over him. So I was just like, see, bro, like you've got that Riz. You don't even need your nuts. And look at the way the ladies are flocking. But anyways, hilarious also the way that Turbo Granny, she ain't have to do it like that. I know she could have found a more gentle way to give him back like that. But anyhow, at least we got one. My man's at least operating on one cylinder. But anyhow, we see that because Aira has developed a crush on Okurun. She thinks that Okurun is only hanging out with Momo because she's still convinced that Momo is something devilish or evil and that she's got everybody under her control. Again, I do think it's a little bit of overall jealousy because, as I said, I think she knows that Momo is stronger than her. And also, one thing I love about Momo's character is she's very confident in herself. Like, not overly confident. She definitely knows she's got flaws and has her moments, but by and large, she doesn't really give a crap what people think. She very much owns who she is and likes who she is and isn't afraid to kind of, you know, smack somebody down if they're giving her fluff. And, you know, I think that Aira definitely senses that and is probably a little bit jealous of it. But either way, she says that she's going to try to, snake her some Okarun and get him out from underneath Momo's spell. But, hilariously, there's just a lot of misunderstandings happening here. And I don't know if Ira's ever going to fully understand it or allow herself to understand it, because if she does, then she can't continue this rivalry that I think is giving her life at the moment. But anyhow, we see that Okarun is hiding from Momo, and not because, I thought maybe it was more to do with his crush, but it is about his crush, but just not as awkward as it was, a couple episodes ago when he couldn't even look at her. But now we see, like he said, I have to get stronger. I have to build up my strength because I need to be able to actually help Momo and be in a situation where if she can't help us, that I can step in. And I agree with that. I mean, also because we heard that Momo's granny also already said that Okarun has to learn how to, or not learn, he's got to build up his body so that Turbo Granny's powers don't rip him apart, right? Because we saw from episode 1 to now, he definitely can maintain the form longer than he could before, but we see that after it happens, like, he's absolutely spent. He wants to throw up. Like, it's a lot. So she's been telling him, like, you need to continue your physical training so that you can actually withstand these powers, but also be able to use them longer and be more useful. So I agree with that. I think it's good that he's taking it seriously because, as he said, you never know when a monster is going to attack. And case in point, in this episode, it doesn't look like they're going to get more than a couple of days or weeks or hours, I should say, of rest between each battle. And so anyway, the fact that he wanted to take this time away to practice and exercise or do whatever he can without Momo knowing. Momo knows that something is up, but she's not sure the reason why. And of course she cares because she likes him, And then we see that she decides to go check on him because she knows something's off. And then we see the scene that she walks in on. And obviously it bothers her because she has a crush on Okarun, right? If it was nothing, if he was just a friend, she would just probably be like, well, you didn't have to lie to me about that. But, obviously her ego is hurt as well as her feelings. And we see the reason that they were even in a compromising position, that being Okarun and Ira's, because Ira has confessed very, very aggressively that she likes him and tried to force a kiss on him and was not taking no for an answer, which, like I said in the episode, a bit problematic, Ira. Like, let's back it up. We all know that if the situation was reversed, we would have a lot of people side-eyeing Okarun. So I'm side-eyeing Ira hard, like, too much. I mean, obviously, her mind has been addled by reading some naughty magazines and watching God knows what in her dad's study. But all the same, it doesn't give her the right to push herself onto Okarun when he's repeatedly said that is not what he wants from her. So anyways, we see that that's, her very aggressively pushing for a kiss is why they were in a position that looked compromising. And poor Okarun tried to explain what was happening. But Momo, again, one of her flaws is that her pride, that girl's pride, gets her into a lot of trouble. And she didn't want to hear it, right? Why would he lie to her? Stop it, Didn't want to hear his explanation, even though just a couple of episodes ago, he tried to explain something to her and her pride didn't let her listen to him. And it almost cost him, so much more, right? It led to something that was so much bigger. So Momo's going to have to learn to just swallow the pride once in a while and just listen to that boy, because 9 times out of 10, he's not being stupid, right? Like, Okarun might be a bit bumbly. He might be a little bit, a bit awkward, but he's not someone who makes something out of nothing. You know what I mean? Like, if he's coming to you and saying it's important, it's usually important. And I'm hoping Momo will figure that out sooner than later and kind of stop cutting him off when he's really trying to explain things to her. But anyway, hilariously, there's even more miscommunication with the two of them because Momo is upset because she's jealous. But of course she doesn't want to admit it. And then we've got Okarun who thinks she's mad because he lied and that because he's not strong enough. So it's so funny that he doesn't even think in his mind that Momo could potentially be jealous. But I kind of like it that he's keeping it humble at the moment, like, he's getting a lot of attention right now, but let's not let it go to his head. But conversely, I think Momo needs to actually humble herself a little bit, because the way she was like, there's no way that Okarun could have a girl looking good. He wouldn't be sneaking off with a girl, would he? Why wouldn't he? Right? Like, Okarun, I've said this multiple times. I mean, the glasses are a little bit big for his face, but Okarun's not an ugly kid. And I have a feeling that now that he's into this fitness regimen, I feel like in about 3-4 episodes, we're going to see this kid sporting a 6-pack and some guns. And, we're going to see both those girls probably salivating every time he walks by because it's anime. But anyway, I think that my girl needs to recognize that just because she thought that Okurun was a big otaku and that's it. That doesn't mean everybody's gonna see him that way. So anyway, that was our little teen drama that happened this episode, and then we saw towards the end that something is going down. The aliens have come after Okurun because of what happened with the Turbo Granny powers. They want to steal his banana organs again. Poor guy's like, why is everybody after my pieces? Like, why? What is happening? And he's like, I only got one ball back. Why are you doing this? And they're saying that they said that they want to be able to do what Turbo Granny could, because they said the spiritual strength that they experienced with her is not something they've ever experienced before. So they basically want to take what he has and then transfer those abilities to themselves. And obviously that would be terrifying and even worse for humans if that happens. And again, he was trying to explain, which no one ever listens to Okurun, that they're not even his powers, but it didn't matter. But anyhow, they tossed Aira aside because they thought she wasn't important. And then we see that apparently that's what was a trigger for this energy that lives inside of her, which was a residual of the Silky or acrobatic Silky. So, I mean, I feel like I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it because, yeah, if she's going to be in this world, she's got a way to defend herself. There's nothing wrong with that. The amalgamation, I see that she got the same teeth thing. I don't know if that is just something that's always going to happen with people who take on the powers of monsters, or if it's just because she saw Okurun do it and she's imitating it, but who knows? Either way, yeah, Aira's going to be a problem going forward. So we'll have to see what she's able to do with those powers next episode. And then we saw with Momo, she's on a different floor and she almost got attacked by some weird dinosaur looking thing that shoots lasers out of its mouth. I have no idea what the heck that thing was doing. I'm still trying to figure it out. But thankfully my girl was able to dodge it, because it looks like the way that it senses people is from movement in the water. So Momo figured that out, thankfully, and didn't move after she moved the first time. And even though the area was leveled, she's okay thus far. So but her issue now, of course, is she's worried about Okurun, and she's gonna have to find a way to find the other two, because with Okurun still being somewhat wrapped up with these aliens, quite literally, the weird boxer monster, like what was that even about? Chiquita. Did Creepy Nuts do his music as well? But anyway, so yeah, they're gonna have a lot on their hands here, because we've got aliens, the Velociraptor, and this boxer. So there's three of them, three of our new little heroes. So we'll see how they're able to handle it, and if they're gonna be the only ones who are part of this battle, because remember, the search for the other nut is still on, and they have no leads, which tells me that the lead's going to be coming pretty soon, I think. So yeah, another fun episode as usual. I think the next one is going to be mayhem, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love, and I will see you in the next one.